So we're going to start with what I call in quotes classic Sun Salutation A. I say it in quotes because as you'll learn, there is going to be slight variation from teacher to teacher, from studio to studio. So if you looked up Sun Salutation A online, there'll be a basic principle that you'll kind of see in the flow, but there may be a few things that are different, but you will have a basic understanding of a classic version. Same with Sun Salutation B. There will be a classic version, have kind of that same basic consistency, but a few slight variations. And you can use Sun Salutations in your practice for yourself, or if you do teach. You can use them as part of your practice. You could use them just to warm up. You could use them as a main component of your practice. They could be placed at the beginning, middle, or end. Generally, people do 3 flows of them, but again, you could do 1. You could do 10. So there's a lot to play around with the Sun Salutations. At a later point, we'll get into modifications for them so that you can help people transition easier, especially if they have any kind of issues or pain in joints or muscles. But for today, we're just going to flow through that kind of traditional Sun Salutation A without mentioning any modifications. All right, so we're going to get started. And generally, you will tell people to come to the top of their mat. I have to kind of be towards the middle just so you can pretty much see me. You don't need to see my head. So you'll bring them into Tadasana, which is a standard standing posture. From Tadasana, on the inhale, reach the arms up. You could take an arch here if you want. Exhale, fold. Sorry if the mic hits my shirt. Inhale, come halfway up. Back is flat, fingers are reaching. Exhale, hands down, stepping back to Adho Mukha Shavasana, down dog. And this is where the head drops between the arms. This is not a very good shirt to wear for this. Inhale forward to plank. So this is like that push-up posture. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to chaturanga down. Lower the body, elbows squeeze towards the ribs to support so that you don't hurt the shoulder. Inhale, lift to Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, pressing back, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale, look up between the hands, step or jump the feet to the hands, coming halfway up, lengthening here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Palms come together. Exhale through to heart center. And then back to Tadasana. So that was one flow. Again, sorry about the mic. I could change this out so that it's less noisy. So basically, there are generally about 12 positions that you flow through with Sun Salutation. Hang on one sec. So, again, slight variation that you'll find sometimes. With that, for instance, some people may from Tadasana, when they go to step back to down dog, make it more of a lunge. So what I'm saying is from here, once you reach up, exhale, fold, inhale halfway up, exhale, step down, and you reach that leg back, and then reach the other leg back and come into down dog. And then same thing, once you come forward and you chaturanga down, inhale, lift cobra. Exhale, press back, down dog. One more time here with the other leg, you're going to step forward into a low lunge. And your handout shows it this way with that low lunge. And then step together, halfway up, exhale, fold, inhale, reach, exhale, hands through heart center. So you can do either version. If you want to, from that halfway up, just step right back to down dog, you can. If you want to make it more of a lunge, then to down dog, both of those are fine. And like I said, we'll talk more about modifications as we move through the course. But for testing reasons, I do want you to have that basic understanding of the classic Sun Salutation A and classic Sun Salutation B. But either version is fine. So again, I'll do the first one that I did, Tadasana, and start to understand the breath cues. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, stepping back to down dog or low lunge to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Take another inhale. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, reach up, Bhujangasana. Exhale, pressing back, down dog. Staying here for a few breaths. Inhale, looking up between the hands, step or jump the feet to the hands, or low lunge to walk the feet up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. So that's basically Sun Salutation A. Again, understanding, linking breath with movement. The breath should be the guide for the movement. Generally, when we are lifting or opening, that's an inhale. When we're folding or closing, that's an exhale. I say generally, there's always an exception to the rule, because sometimes it will be switched just because of if a posture has a force that is behind it, you may need to change the inhale or exhale to help that force. But, and then the other reason that there could be an exception is if someone is inverted for a while, when you go to lift, inhale to stand, would be the normal cue, they may get dizzy and lightheaded. So you always want to let people know, and for yourself too, if you've been inverted and we go to lift, instead of inhaling, if you feel dizzy, exhale. That will help to balance, rebalance, and ground rather than creating even more energy lifting up, which can create an even more feeling of lightheaded and dizzy. Whereas exhaling will counteract that and help to stabilize that feeling. So, hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about it, just ask. But definitely that's one of the things you want to be practicing with your teacher training practice logs, practicing cueing breathing techniques. You don't have to always give a breathing technique, but understanding that sometimes you need to add those in so people are helping themselves, because a lot of times they don't know when they should be inhaling or exhaling. So sometimes the breath, instead of it working for them, is actually making it harder. So that's why sometimes we want to definitely give them those breath cues. I talk a lot with my hands, as you see. Okay, so this ends for Sun Salutation A. We will revisit it again, so I will show it again, and that's when we'll also be talking about modifications to offer.